Social media is slowly killing you. It is poisoning your social skills, your productivity, your charisma, and your confidence without you even realizing. Social media makes you less confident. When you go onto Instagram, for example, and you see a guy that's like built like a tank, and he is at the same exact age as you are, you're like, fuck, man. And when you see a guy, maybe a 16-year-old guy, who is like doing 6 figures a month on dropshipping, and you see that on Instagram, you truly feel terrible about yourself. You truly feel left behind. Now, looking at other people who are doing better than you, for example on social media, and getting like angry, male aggression, and motivation is actually a very good thing. Is actually absolutely useful. However, that is not what happens in most people. Most people, when they see that rich and jacked guy, they feel worthless, they feel like a piece of shit, and they feel like they're truly left behind. They feel insecure. Then what happens? You get obsessed with this without even realizing. And then when you walk into a coffee shop, when you walk into a nice restaurant, your eyes actually scatter that environment and detect any guys who are like well-built, looks successful, looks like he has money, and that you instantly feel less confident. You instantly feel like, yeah, he's better than me, he's like... And that actually happens because of social media. Your brain gets used to looking at other people who are doing better than you, so it automatically like searches over the room to see people who are doing better than you, and that makes you feel instantly less confident. Yes, improve yourself drastically, like it's your religion. Improving yourself should be your religion. I mean, you should have your religion, yes, but improving yourself should be like a religion. But you shouldn't feel insecure. Social media makes you less charismatic. So let's right now imagine a guy who's scrolling through like TikToks and like Instagram reels. He is lying down on his bed, has his phone in his hands, and he's like pretty much melted into the screen. He doesn't show any emotions, he doesn't laugh, he's like between dead and like alive. He just moves his finger up and down. He has like these walls in his eyes. He's not really present, he's not really actually there. Do you know what happens when that guy gets into an actual conversation with an actual human being? He gets into a similar state. He has like these walls in his eyes. He doesn't really show any emotions. It's like he's there but he's not really listening to you. He's looking at you but he's not actually like really there. You don't emotionally connect or like bond with that person. People with charisma, they have one thing in common, and that thing is when you're having a conversation with a charismatic person, that person is emotionally invested into that conversation. He's actually there. He's actually listening to you. He's responding. He's showing emotion. He's showing that he is shocked, surprised, scared, happy, whatever he is feeling right at that point. He is showing you that. He is emotionally invested in the conversation. He is actually listening to you. But that person who consumes so much social media, quite the opposite. Terrible listener. That is going to kill your social skills. That is going to kill your charisma. And that's exactly how you lose dates, friendships, because he doesn't care as much as me. Social media poisons your productivity. Let's say you are on your desk, you are doing your work. Maybe you are studying for a test, maybe you are getting some work done on your business, maybe you are editing a YouTube video, whatever you do, right? The moment you encounter a slight difficulty, maybe you couldn't solve the problem in your math test. Maybe you've been editing and you have encountered a technical problem that you couldn't solve. The moment you encounter the slightest problem, the slightest difficulty, your hands directly pull out your phone. Boom, you just reached your phone. Without even having a chance to think if that move was logical or not. It is a habit, it is unintentional as fuck. This is what happened to me all the time. Before I started leaving my phone in another room when I was editing a YouTube video, I would have my phone like next to my desk, is somewhere that I could reach with my hand. And what used to happen was I would start editing a video, I would edit for like 10-20 minutes, and the moment I had like this slight boredom, I would just pick up my phone and just start scrolling. And then I found myself 20 minutes later looking at like a random reel and just wasting time like that. It's not like I wanted to go on my phone, I just found myself scrolling through social media after like 20 minutes. This is something that I call invisible procrastination. This is the procrastination that you do like between your work without you even realizing you're wasting time, you're not actually doing work while you're still on your desk. And these small invisible procrastinations, they like add up and you lose a good amount of your time at the end of the day. So what do? Truthfully, when it comes to social media, there is very little benefits that we get. However, it's like kind of like impossible for us to wipe it out completely away from our lives. It's kind of like impossible. Like if I asked you right now, would you be able to delete your Instagram account from your phone? Not like the Instagram app on your phone that you could download back and just continue. Your actual account, would you be able to delete that? The answer is probably like, no. Is it adding something to your life? Well, not much, but the answer is no, I can't really delete that, right? So I truly think that if we can limit our time on social media, let's say to 15 minutes a day, that still takes out the fear of missing out and which is actually not really real, to be honest. However, that takes out the fear of missing out, whilst not really taking any time from us, not really taking attention from us, not really taking like focus away from us. Just limit your social media to like 15 minutes a day. I just want you to understand this one thing. Social media and the engineers behind social media are not your friends. I love you, I support you, keep crushing it, and I'll see you in the next one, my friend.